Example of eigenvalues and eigenvectors. Find the eigenvalues and eigenvectors of the matrix A is equal to 3, 1, 4, 0, 2, 6, 0, 0, 5. This is the upper triangular matrix. This is the upper triangular matrix. Why is upper triangular matrix? If we observe, this is the diagonal of this matrix, and below the diagonal, all elements are 0. So this is upper triangular matrix. If above the diagonal, these all three elements are 0, then matrix is called lower triangular matrix. These elements are not necessarily 0, but these all three elements are equal to 0, then matrix is called lower triangular matrix. And for lower triangular matrix and upper triangular matrix, what is the remark? That the eigenvalues of that matrix are its diagonal entries, that is 3, 2, 5 are the eigenvalues of this matrix. So directly we can write these 3, 2, 5 or 2, 3, 5 are the eigenvalues of this matrix, or apply the your usual procedure to find the eigenvalues. That is, first find the characteristic polynomial, that is find determinant of lambda a minus lambda I, or determinant of lambda I minus a, determinant, right? Det in bracket a minus lambda I, or write these two lines, a minus lambda I, that is determinant of a minus lambda I. So what is a minus lambda I? Is this 3 minus lambda 1, 4, then that is a, right? A, then lambda, and I is unit matrix of order 3 by 3. We have this matrix a minus lambda I, and then its determinant 3 minus lambda this into this minus this into this is 0. 6 into 0 is 0. Then 1 in 1, the next is minus 1 in bracket. This into this means 0 minus 0. 6 into 0 is 0. And next term is 4 in bracket. This 0 into 0 is 0. This 2 minus lambda into 0 is 0. So remaining terms are 0. And then this is the 3 minus lambda, 2 minus lambda, 5 minus lambda. This is the characteristic polynomial of A, or we can denote the characteristic polynomial of A as lambda minus 3, lambda minus 2 into lambda minus 5 is the characteristic polynomial, because what is the characteristic polynomial? Is determinant of lambda I minus 2, right? Is the characteristic polynomial of A, or we can denote, we can change the sign and then write it is a characteristic polynomial. Then characteristic equation is what? Of A is what? Determinant A minus lambda I is equal to 0, or determinant lambda I minus A is equal to 0, right? Anything. So we have 3 minus lambda, 2 minus lambda, 5 minus lambda as the determinant of A minus lambda. Obviously, this is a cubic polynomial, and we have the three values of lambda. So the values of lambda are what? 3, 2, and 5, and these are the eigenvalues of the matrix A. 2, 3, 5, right? In any sequence, that is right, 2, 3, 5, or 3, 2, 5, or 5, 2, 3. These are the eigenvalues of this sequence is not important, right? 2, 3, 5, or 3, 5, 2, or 3, 2, 5, right? Any sequence are the eigenvalues of the matrix A. Note that the eigenvalues of triangular matrix are just diagonal elements of that. Triangular matrix means what? Either upper triangular matrix or lower triangular matrix. And if all the diagonal elements below the diagonal elements, if what happen if diagonal elements are non-zero, and the below the diagonal and above the diagonal all elements are 0, then it's a diagonal matrix. It's upper triangular, lower triangular, both. It is both. So in that matrix also, that is, if the matrix is diagonal matrix, then such a matrix is called diagonal matrix. Then diagonal matrix, the diagonal elements are the eigenvalues of that matrix. For example, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1 is the diagonal matrix. And what are the eigenvalues of that matrix? That is I3, unit matrix of order 3 by 3 are what? 1, 1, 1. So these are the three eigenvalues. If you take, suppose, this matrix 3, 0, 0, 0, 2, 0, and 0, 0, 5. That is, if you take all these three elements, suppose are equal to 0, and these are also 0, then it's a diagonal matrix. And what are the eigenvalues of that matrix? Again, 3, 2, 5. So the eigenvalues of triangular matrix, that is upper triangular matrix or lower triangular matrix, and the eigenvalues of diagonal matrix are just the diagonal elements of that matrix. Okay. So the next, we have to find the eigenvectors corresponding to 2, 3 and 5. So in order to find eigenvectors of matrix A, we had to find the non-zero solution of the system A minus lambda I x is equal to 0. Or that is A minus lambda I is this, x is x1, x2, x3, 0 means 0, 0, 0. Suppose this is equation number 1. Then substitute lambda is equal to 2 first. Then we have this matrix. Substitute lambda as 2. So 3 minus 2 is 1. Similarly, 2 minus 1 is 0. 2 minus 2 is 0. 5 minus 2 is 3. And then rewrite the equation. So we have x1 plus x2 plus 4x3 is equal to 0. 6x2 is equal to 0. 3x3 is equal to 0. So we have to solve this system and we have to find the values of x1, x2, x3. So if we consider this matrix and convert this matrix to echelon form, so reduce this element to 1. So 1 half, 1 by 6 R2. We have 1 and then we have 0 at this place. R3 minus 2 R3. R3 minus 3 R2. 3 R2. We have 0 at this place. And that is the echelon form. And if we rewrite the solution equation, then we have the first equation as it is and the last equation is x3 is equal to 0. So we have x3 is equal to 0 and there are 2 equations and 3 unknowns after rewriting this. That is, consider this matrix A and reduce the matrix to echelon form and then rewrite the equation. We have 2 equations and 3 unknowns, and so we have to assign 1 unknown. So x3 is 0. We have x3 0. So out of x1 and x2, assign 1 unknown. So suppose x2 is t, then from this equation we have x1 is minus t. Therefore, solution is x1, x2, x3 minus t, t0 minus 1, 1, 0. T belongs to R. T, take t as common. So this is the linearly independent eigenvector corresponding to eigenvalues 2. Corresponding to eigenvalue 2. This is the linearly independent eigenvector. We have how many eigenvector corresponding to eigenvalue lambda? We have infinitely many eigenvalues. Eigenvectors corresponding to eigenvalue lambda is equal to 1. What are that? Substitute t as 1, we have this. Substitute t as 2, then we have minus 2, 2, 2, 0. If substitute t as 3, then we have minus 3, 3, 0. So we have infinitely many eigenvectors corresponding to eigenvalue lambda. But this is the only linearly independent. All remaining are depend on this. So thus write this sentence as minus 1, 1, 0 is an linearly independent eigenvector. So I add this word that linearly independent eigenvector corresponding to the eigenvalue lambda is equal to 2. So corresponding to one eigenvalue, sometimes we have one linearly independent eigenvector. Sometimes we have 2 linearly independent eigenvectors corresponding to single eigenvalue. That is, if you observe the previous example, then we have in one example we have 2 linearly independent eigenvectors corresponding to single eigenvalue. Okay, so corresponding to one eigenvalue, we have one linearly independent eigenvector or 2 linearly independent eigenvectors or 3 linearly independent eigenvectors. For example, this example. So the eigenvalues of this matrix are what? 2, 2, 8, and corresponding to 2, if you take lambda is equal to 2, then we have this 1 half, 1, 0 and minus 1 half, 0, 1. We have 2 linearly independent eigenvectors corresponding to single eigenvalue. Because after rewriting the equation, we have only one equation and there are 2 unknowns, 3 unknowns. So we assign to 2 unknowns. So here x2 and x3 are assigned, and that's why we have 2 linearly independent eigenvectors. So remember this thing that corresponding to single eigenvalue, we have one eigenvector, linearly independent eigenvector, or 2 or 3 linearly independent eigenvectors. So now this example. So in this example, corresponding to 2, we have corresponding to eigenvalue 2, we have one linearly independent eigenvector. Then consider lambda is equal to 3. Then substitute the second eigenvalue. Put lambda is equal to 3. second eigenvalue in this equation number 1. Substitute this lambda as 3. So what we have? We have this system. After substituting lambda is equal to 3, we have this 0, 1, 4, 0, minus 1, 6, 0, 0, 2, x1, x2, x3, 0, 0, 0. Then rewrite the equations. So we have x1, x2 plus 4x3 is equal to 0. Or consider this matrix and convert this matrix to echelon form. So it is 1. Don't write this system. Directly consider A or A and 0 combination, augmented matrix. We have to solve this system. So consider augmented matrix and convert the matrix to echelon form. So we have to reduce this minus 1 to 0. So R2 plus R1. We have 0. Here we have 10. And then reduce this 10 to 1. 10 to 1. So 1 by 10 R2 we have 1. And then we reduce this element to 0. R3 minus 2 R2. So we have the echelon form 0, 1, 4, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0. And after that, we have to write the system, rewrite the system. So we have x2 plus 4x3 is equal to 0 is the first equation, and the second equation is x3 is equal to 0. Second equation. So we have x3 is equal to 0. So substitute that x3 is equal to 0 in our equation, this equation. So we have x2 is equal to 0. And then there are two equations and three unknowns, so we have to assign one unknown. So suppose x1 is t and is free variable. And therefore solution is what? x1, x2, x3, t 0, 0, 1, 0, 0. Take t as common. And so 1, 0, 0 is the linearly independent eigenvector corresponding to eigenvalue lambda is equal to 3. So again we have infinitely many eigenvalues corresponding to lambda is equal to 3. But we have only one linearly independent eigenvector corresponding to eigenvalue lambda is equal to 3. Then substitute lambda is equal to 5 in the system number 1, equation number 1. Substitute lambda as 5 in this equation. And we have this. Again consider this augmented matrix or coefficient matrix A, and this is 0, combination A0. Consider that matrix and reduce that matrix to echelon form. So again, and rewrite the equations. So we have the system and then substitute. We have the two equations and three unknowns, so assign one unknown. Suppose x3 is t, then find x2 as 6t and x2 as 2t, and then find x1 as 3t. So what is the answer? Solution of the system: capital X is equal to x1, x2, x3 is equal to x1 is 3t, y1 x2 is 2t, and x3 is t. Okay, take t as common. So these values x1, x2, x3, 3t, 2t, and t. This depend on your calculation. Its format may be changed. So someone have the values of x1, x2, x3 different than these. Okay. So how we can check these values are correct? So we can tally these values are correct. Substitute these x1, x2, x3. These values in this equation number 1, x1, x2, x3, and multiply these two brackets. If you have 0, 0, 0 answer, then we say the answer is correct. So we can tally the answer. So, but this format is not unique. That is depend on your calculation. So x1, x2, x3. So take t as common 3 to 1. So t belongs to R. And so this is the 3 to 1 is the linearly independent eigenvector corresponding to eigenvalue lambda is equal to 5. So in all we have for this example, we have three distinct eigenvalues and we have three linearly independent eigenvectors. Okay, three linearly independent eigenvectors of the matrix A. And what are that? These are the three linearly independent. This is one, this one, then this is second, 1, 0, 0, and this is second, 1, 0, 0, minus 1, 1, 0. Then second is 1, 0, 0, and the third one is what? Is 3, 2, 1. So we have the three linearly independent eigenvectors for the matrix A. The next example for matrix A, find eigenvalues of A inverse, and A raised to 5. So we know the remarks that first we have to find the value of eigenvalues of A. In order to find eigenvalues of A raised to 5, we have to find the eigenvalue of A first, and then its fifth power. Suppose we have the eigenvalues 2, 3, 5, then its fifth power are the eigenvalues and eigenvalues of A raised to 5. And what are the eigenvalues of A inverse? So if 2, 3, 5 are the eigenvalues, then 1 by 2, 1 by 3, and 1 by 5 are the eigenvalues of A inverse. So these are the remarks. First, you have to find the eigenvalues of matrix A. So consider determinant of A minus lambda I, or lambda I minus A. So this is A minus lambda I. Then solve this determinant. We have this minus lambda cube plus 8 lambda square minus 20 lambda plus 16. So this is, if you find instead of A minus lambda I, determinant of lambda I minus A, if you find determinant lambda I minus A, then we have the answer lambda cube minus 8 lambda square plus 20 lambda minus 60. So factorize that. So lambda minus 2, lambda minus 2, lambda minus 4 is the factorization. Factorize this polynomial by using synthetic division. And therefore the eigenvalues of A are the is given by determinant of, consider this characteristic equation, determinant A minus lambda I is equal to 0. That is lambda minus 2, lambda minus 2, lambda minus 4 is equal to 0. And therefore the roots are what? 2, 2 and 4. So 2, 2 and 4 are the eigenvalues of the matrix A. Then what are the eigenvalues of A inverse? The reciprocals of the eigenvalues of A. The eigenvalues of A inverse are what? Are the reciprocals of eigenvalues of A. That is, the eigenvalues of A inverse are 1 by 2, 1 by 2, 1 by 4. So this is the important for MCQ type questions. So if the eigenvalues of A are 2, 2, 4, then what are the eigenvalues of A inverse? 1 half, 1 half, 1 half, 1 by 4. Okay? Reciprocals of these values. And what are the eigenvalues of A raised to 5? The eigenvalues of A are 2 to 4. And then the eigenvalues of A raised to 5 are what? 2 raised to 5, 2 raised to 5, 4 raised to 5. That is 32, 32, 1, 0, 2, 4 are the eigenvalues. Because A raised to K x is equal to lambda raised to Kx. Hence, the that is the eigenvalues of A is lambda. Then eigenvalues of eigenvalue of A raised to K is lambda raised to K. That is 2 is the eigenvalue. So what is of a matrix A? Then 2 raised to 5 is the eigenvalue of A raised to 5. So 2 raised to 5, 2 raised to 5, 4 raised to 5 are the eigenvalues of the matrix A raised to 5. So this is again the MCQ type questions. So the eigenvalues of A are given. Suppose eigenvalues of A are 2 to 4. Then what are the eigenvalues of A raised to 5? The eigenvalues of A raised to 5 are 2 raised to 5, 2 raised to 5, 4 raised to 5. That is 32, 32, 104. Then next topic is diagonalization. When we say a matrix is diagonalizable, a square matrix A is said to be diagonalizable if there exists an invertible matrix P such that P inverse AP is a diagonal matrix. In this case, we say this P, matrix P diagonalize A. So when we say the matrix A is diagonalizable, if we have some matrix P, invertible matrix P, so that multiplication of these three matrices, P inverse AP is a diagonal matrix. And this P matrix is called matrix that diagonalize A. So how we can find this matrix P? So my square matrix n by n, then the following are equivalent. A is diagonalizable. A has n linearly independent eigenvectors. What is n? N is the order of this matrix. That is, if A has n linearly independent eigenvectors, then A is diagonalizable. This is the equivalent statements, or if and only if type theorem. A is diagonalizable if and only A has n linearly independent eigenvectors. For example, suppose A is of order 3 by 3 matrix, of order 3 by 3. Okay. Then when A is diagonalizable matrix, if A has 3 linearly independent eigenvectors, if A has less than 3 independent linearly independent eigenvectors, then A is not diagonalizable. When A is diagonalizable, when such a matrix P exists for matrix A, if A has n linearly independent eigenvectors. So for example, if you consider this example, this matrix, okay, this is the example. So A is the matrix. Is this matrix is diagonalizable? This matrix is diagonalizable? Yes, because this matrix has 3 linearly independent eigenvectors. What are that? This minus 1, 1, 0. The third one is, second one is 1, 0, 0. And the third one is what? 3, 2, 1. So the order of the matrix, this matrix A is 3. and this matrix has three linearly independent eigenvectors, and so this matrix is diagonalizable. And what is that matrix P that diagonalizes A? So we can write P, capital P, matrix P. This matrix P, which diagonalizes this matrix A, is the matrix, say capital P is equal to, right, this first linearly independent eigenvector as its first column. Then write capital P is equal to matrix 1 1 0 as the first column. Then its second column is 1 0 0, and its third column is 3 2 1. So this is the matrix P which diagonalizes A. So when the matrix, so what is the procedure to obtain the diagonalized matrix P? So find n linearly independent eigenvectors of A. Suppose P1, P2, Pn are the linearly independent eigenvectors of A. Then form the matrix P having P1, P2, Pn and its column vectors. Okay, and then if you check P inverse AP, then it is a diagonal matrix, and with diagonal, its diagonal elements are lambda 1, lambda 2, lambda n. What are lambda 1, lambda 2, lambda n? These are the eigenvalues of the matrix A corresponding to P1, P2, Pn. So if for this example, what is P? This matrix A is a diagonalizable matrix. And what is P? P is the matrix whose first column is 1 1 0, the second column is 1 0 0, and the third column is 3 2 1. This is capital P. And what is P inverse AP? P inverse AP is equal to P inverse into A into P is equal to a column matrix of order 3 by 3 whose diagonal elements are what? 2 3 5. So write the P inverse for this example. P inverse AP is equal to the matrix of 2 0 0 0 3 0 and 0 0 5. So what is the multiplication of these three matrices? P inverse AP is a diagonal, is the diagonal matrix with lambda 1, lambda 2, lambda n as its successive diagonal entries. So this is the sequence. That is, what is the lambda 1? Lambda P1 is the eigenvector corresponding to lambda 1. P2 is the eigenvector corresponding to lambda 2. In this way, Pn is the eigenvector corresponding to lambda n. So P inverse AP, we can find P inverse AP. Then its answer is what? Is the diagonal matrix whose diagonal entries are the eigenvalues. For example, find the matrix P that diagonalize this matrix. So first we have to find all the eigenvectors of this matrix A. We have to find first all the eigenvectors of this matrix. So the characteristic equation is the determinant of lambda I minus A is equal to 0. So find the characteristic equation. It is lambda minus 1 into lambda minus 2 into lambda minus 2 is equal to 0. And the eigenvalues are what? Then 1, 2, 2 are the eigenvalues of this matrix. So apply all procedure, find the eigenvalues. Eigenvalues are 1, 2, 2 are the eigenvalues. And then find the eigenvectors corresponding to each eigenvalue. That is, find the eigenvector corresponding to lambda is equal to 1. And then I find the eigenvectors corresponding to lambda is equal to 2. So here we have two eigenvectors corresponding to lambda is equal to 2. We have two linearly independent eigenvectors corresponding to lambda is equal to 2. And corresponding to lambda is equal to 1, we have one linearly independent eigenvector. One linearly independent eigenvector. And then what is the matrix P? Matrix P, right, as its minus 1, 0, 0, 0, 1 as first column, then 0, 1, 0 as the second column, and minus 2, 1, 1 as the third column. And if we check P inverse AP, that is the multiplication of P inverse. P inverse means find the inverse of this matrix. This is the inverse. Then A is this matrix, given matrix, and P, itself P. Its multiplication is what? Is a diagonal matrix whose entries are 2 to 1. What are these 2 to 1? 2 to 1 are the eigenvalues of this matrix. So the first column and second column corresponds to 2 2, and the third column of this matrix P corresponds to 1. If your sequence is 1 and then 2 2, if sequence is 1 2 2, then write as this first, second, last column as first column, Then first column has second column and third column, second column has third column, and then write here 1 2 2 1, here write 1, here 2 and 2. So this is depend on sequence. So P inverse AP, no need to find this directly, you can write P inverse AP is this diagonal matrix. So find the diagonal matrix P that diagonalize this matrix. So again we have to find first all the eigenvalues of the matrix A, then eigenvectors of the matrix A, and then we have to write the P. So find the first characteristic equation, determinant of lambda I minus A or A minus lambda I. So this is the characteristic polynomial. Then we have the eigenvalues are 1 2 2 1 2 2, right? No, the eigenvalues of A are lambda is equal to 1, lambda is equal to 2, and lambda is equal to 2 are eigenvalues. And then corresponding to lambda is equal to 1, find the eigenvectors. So we have only one eigenvector, linearly independent eigenvector, minus 1 by 8, minus 1 by 8, 1. So this format depends on your calculation. This is not unique. This P1 is not unique. This answer is not unique. And corresponding to lambda is equal to 2, we have only one eigenvalue, not eigenvalue, eigenvector, linearly independent eigenvector, 0 0 1. And so in all, for this matrix, we have two linearly independent eigenvectors, and therefore A is not diagonalizable. When A is diagonalizable, the order of the matrix A is 3. So when this matrix is diagonalizable, if this matrix has 3 linearly independent eigenvectors, but for this example, A has only 2 linearly independent eigenvectors, and therefore this matrix is not diagonalizable. A is not diagonalizable. So this is about the diagonalizable matrix. When we say A is diagonalizable, if A has if order of A is 3, then A has 3 linearly independent eigenvectors, then A is diagonalizable. Suppose if A is of order 2 by 2, of order 2 by 2, matrix of order 2 by 2, then when A is diagonalizable, if A has 2 linearly independent eigenvectors, but here A is of order 3 by 3, but A has 2 linearly independent eigenvectors, and therefore A is not diagonalizable. So A is of order 3 by 3, and there are only 2 basis vectors in total, or we can write there are only 2 linearly independent eigenvectors for the matrix A, and therefore A is not diagonalizable. So V1, V2, Vk are the eigenvectors of A corresponding to distinct eigenvalues lambda 1, lambda 2, lambda k. Then the set V1, V2, Vk is linearly independent set. Obviously, is linearly independent set. If A is of order n by n and has n distinct eigenvalues, then A is diagonalizable. Obviously, that is, if A has 3 distinct eigenvalues, then A is diagonalizable. But in some cases, but converse is not true. That is if A order of A is n by n, and if A has n distinct eigenvalues, then obviously A is diagonalizable, because correspond to each eigenvalue we have at least one linearly independent eigenvector. But what is about this example? This matrix has only 2 distinct eigenvalues. Only 2 distinct eigenvalues. Order of this matrix is 3 by 3, and A has 2 distinct eigenvalues, but correspond to one eigenvalue we have 2 eigenvector, and that's why in all we have 3 eigenvectors corresponding to linearly independent eigenvectors for the matrix A. We have 3 linearly independent eigenvectors for matrix A, and therefore A is diagonalizable. But if the matrix, that is, if the matrix has is of order 3 by 3, and if the matrix has 2 distinct eigenvalues, then matrix may or may not be diagonalizable. In this example, matrix has 2 distinct eigenvalues, but the matrix is diagonalizable because we have 3 linearly independent eigenvectors. But in this example, A is of order 3 by 3, A has 2 distinct eigenvalues, and the matrix we have the 2 linearly independent eigenvectors, and therefore A is not diagonalizable. That is, if A is of order 3 by 3, and if A has n distinct 3 distinct eigenvalues, then obviously A is diagonalizable. But if A has less than 3 eigenvalues, distinct eigenvalues, that is two distinct eigenvalues or one distinct eigenvalue, then the matrix may or may not be diagonalizable. So this is one way statement. If A is of order n by n and A has n distinct eigenvalues, then A is diagonalizable. But the it's that is, if A has not n distinct eigenvalues, then A may or may not be diagonalizable. So its contrapositive is not true. That is negation of, that is, if we cannot statement like this, that A has not n distinct eigenvalues, then A is not diagonalizable. This is not the this is wrong statement. If A has n distinct eigenvalues, then A is diagonalizable. But if A has not n distinct eigenvalues, then A is not diagonalizable. This statement is wrong. What is the true statement? If A has not n distinct eigenvalues, then A may or may not be diagonalizable. So in these are the two examples. In the first example, A has two distinct eigenvalues because the order of A is 3, because A has not three distinct eigenvalues. A has two distinct eigenvalues. Hence, also this A is diagonalizable. But in the second example, A has two distinct eigenvalues, and order of A is 3, and in this case, A is not diagonalizable. That is, if A is of order 3 by 3, and if A has not three distinct eigenvalues, in that case, A may or may not be diagonalizable. So in this example, so these are the questions. Solve examples. A is this matrix. Is A is diagonalizable? So how we can determine this A is diagonalizable? We have to find all eigenvalues. Suppose we have these are the eigenvalues, and obviously A has three distinct eigenvalues. Then we conclude that A is diagonalizable. No need to find the eigenvectors. But if the order of A is 3 by 3, and if we have two distinct eigenvalues, then we have to find the eigenvectors of that matrix. Okay, so here we have three distinct eigenvalues, therefore A is diagonalizable. And P inverse AP, if you have to write P inverse AP, then write the column matrix, write the diagonal matrix whose diagonal entries are these eigenvalues. Write all the remaining elements are 0. Diagonal entries are these eigenvalues. So P inverse AP is this. The question, this is the question for MCQ type question. Again, A is this matrix, and is A is diagonalizable. So we have to find the eigenvalues of this matrix. This is the upper triangular matrix, and so eigenvalues are -1, 3, 5, -2. So the diagonal elements are the eigenvalues, and these eigenvalues are distinct. Its eigenvalues are -1, 3, 5, and -2. The eigenvalues of this matrix are, and all these are distinct. So the order of A is 4 by 4. The order of A is 4 by 4, and A has 4 distinct eigenvalues, and therefore this matrix A is diagonalizable. The question of answer this is A is diagonalizable. The question is yes, A is diagonalizable. And what is P inverse AP? The P inverse AP is the diagonal matrix whose diagonal entries are -1, 3, 5, and -2. -1, 3, 5, and -2. Right, all the remaining elements are 0. P inverse AP. So if lambda naught is eigenvalue of n by n matrix A, then the dimension of eigenspace corresponding to lambda is equal to 0 is the geometric multiplicity of and lambda 0, and the number of times that lambda minus 0 appears as the factor in the characteristic polynomial of A is called the algebraic multiplicity of A. So A is a square matrix, then for every eigenvalue of A, geometric multiplicity is less than or equal to the algebraic multiplicity. So P is invertible matrix, then P inverse AP square is P inverse AP. Okay. Yes. So solve example. Find A raised to 13. Find A raised to 13. So where A is this matrix? So A is diagonalizable matrix by P. So first find the matrix P that diagonalizes A. So how we can find the matrix P? First find eigenvalues of this matrix A, then find the eigenvectors, and then write first eigenvector as first column, second eigenvector as second column, third eigenvector as third column. So this is the matrix P that diagonalizes P. Then P inverse AP is what? P inverse AP is what? 2, 2, 1. Because the eigenvalues of this matrix are 2, 2, 1, 0, 0, 0, remaining element. Okay. And then A raised to 30 is P raised to P, this D is this P, D raised to 13 P inverse, using this law. A raised to K is what? P, D raised to K, P inverse. So remember this equation. A raised to K is, what is D? D is the matrix P inverse A. So A raised to 13 is P, D raised to 13 P inverse, and so P is this matrix. D raised to 13 is this matrix. 2 raised to 13, 2 raised to 13, 1 raised to 13. So if the matrix is diagonalizable matrix, then is diagonal matrix, then D raised to 13 is what? Just take the 13 powers of these diagonal elements, and then P inverse, find P inverse. This is the P inverse, and then multiplication of these three is this. So this is A raised to 13. So these are the some notes points. These are important for MCQ type questions. In Gauss elimination method, augmented matrix is reduced to row echelon form. So the MCQ type question is what? In Gauss elimination method, the augmented matrix is reduced to dash dash dash. So the question, the choice is what? Row echelon form, then reduced row echelon form, then identity matrix, and all this. So the correct answer is what? In Gauss elimination method, augmented matrix is reduced to row echelon form. In Gauss-Jordan method, augmented matrix is reduced to reduced row echelon form. So this is the characteristic equation. Lambda determinant A minus lambda I is equal to 0, or determinant lambda I minus A is equal to 0 is the characteristic equation. And the roots of the characteristic equation are called eigenvalues. Okay, or characteristic values of the matrix A. Eigenvector, all these points are important as far as the MCQ type questions considered. So true false question, multiple choice questions. So this is the matrix, then eigenvalues of A are what? These are the given eigenvalues. So find for eigenvalues. This is the upper triangular matrix, because this is the diagonal element, diagonal of this matrix. This is diagonal of this matrix, and below the diagonal all elements are 0. Only one element there is, and it is 0. So this is the upper triangular matrix. And so what are the eigenvalues of this matrix? Its diagonal it is -1, 5. So -1, 5 is the correct answer of this eigenvalues of A. Without calculation, we can say eigenvalues are -1 and 5. This is the lower triangular matrix again. And so eigenvalues are 3, 7, 1. So 3, 7, 1. This answer is correct. So this is the, again, this matrix is what? Is the diagonal matrix. And so the eigenvalues are 1, 1 half, 0, 2. Upper triangular matrix. And so what are the eigenvalues of A raised to 9? 1 raised to 9, 1 half raised to 9, 0 raised to 9, and 2 raised to 9. So 2 raised to 9. So this is the correct answer. A raised to 9. So these are eigenvalues of A are 1, 1 half, 0, 2. And so what are the eigenvalues of A raised to 9? 1 raised to 9. 1 by 2 raised to 9 means 1 by 5, 1, 2. 0 raised to 9 means 0. And 2 raised to 9 means 5, 1, 2. So this is the correct answer. Similarly, this is the lower triangular matrix. So what are the eigenvalues of A? 1, 2 are the eigenvalues of A, 1 and 2. And what are the eigenvalues of A raised to 10? 1 raised to 10 and 2 raised to 10. So we have to find A raised to 10, not eigenvalues of A raised to 10. We have to find A raised to 10. A raised to 10. So by using this procedure, we have to find A raised to 10. By using this procedure, A raised to 10. So find first P, then write P inverse AP as D, and then A raised to 10 is P, D raised to 10 P inverse. So right, and then we have this one. So we have to apply this procedure to solve this MCQ type question. This question, A raised to 10. First find uh, that D, capital D, and then A raised to 10 is P raised to P inverse P A raised, D raised to 10 P inverse. So right, we have this answer out of one answer of this. Then we have to find A raised to 1000. So again, we have to apply the procedure. This procedure, A raised to 1000. We have to find A raised to 1000. So apply this procedure. First find P, then write D as P inverse AP, and then A raised to 1000 is P, D raised to 1000 P inverse. So this is the concept. A raised to K is P, D raised to K P inverse. So A raised to 1000 is P, D raised to 1000 P inverse. So write that matrix. And I can write A raised to D raised to 1000. The this D is diagonal matrix. So 2 raised to 1000, 2 raised to 1000, 1 raised to 1000. Okay. So apply that procedure. D raised to 1000. So which of the following matrix is in row echelon form? Row echelon form means what? Uh, row reduced echelon form is different and row echelon form is different. Row echelon form. And the another is what? Reduced row echelon form. Row echelon form is called echelon form. So the first matrix is in the echelon form. Which of the matrix is in row echelon? This is in reduced row echelon form. This is in reduced row echelon form. This is in reduced row echelon form. These B, C, and D are in reduced row echelon form. So A is the answer. This matrix is in row echelon form. These B, C, and D are in a reduced row echelon form. So which of the following matrix is in reduced row echelon form? So this matrix is not in reduced row echelon form. This matrix is not in reduced row echelon form. This is not in reduced row echelon form. This matrix is in reduced row echelon form. Okay. This matrix is reduced row echelon form. Select the correct option. The rank of the matrix is the number of non-zero rows in row echelon form. The number of non-zero rows in reduced row echelon form. The number of non-zero rows in row echelon form. The number of non-zero rows in row echelon form. None of these. The number of non-zero rows in reduced row echelon form. The number of zero rows in reduced row echelon form. The number of zero rows in a row echelon form. The number of non-zero rows in row echelon form. So this answer is correct. C. The number of non-zero rows in row echelon form. So what is the rank? Rank of the matrix is the number of non-zero rows in row echelon form or reduced row echelon form. If rank of the matrix A is of type m by n, that is this A contains m rows and n columns. So what is the rank of the matrix A? It is less than or equal to m. It is less than or equal to m. Rank of null matrix. The rank of null matrix is what? The rank of null matrix. Null matrix means zero matrix is zero. Null matrix means zero matrix. That is all the entries are zero, is zero. Elementary transformation do not alter the rank of the matrix. It's true or false. Elementary transformation do not alter the rank of the matrix. True. True statement. Rank of unit matrix of order n is what? Rank of the unit matrix is n. That is the matrix contains unit matrix of order n contains n non-zero rows. So rank is n. A non-singular matrix order of the order n, then rank of is non-singular matrix order n of order n then rank of A. Rank of A is a non-singular matrix. So find its answer. the rank of the matrix is the rank of the matrix. So we have to reduce this matrix to echelon form, and then we have to write the rank of this matrix, rank of this matrix, rank of this matrix is 1. Row A, then row A means rank of this matrix. So this matrix is in echelon form. So 1, 2, and 3. So 3 is the answer. Solve all these problems. Rank of this matrix. So these are the MCQ type questions. So write all these questions. If lambda is eigenvalue of matrix A, if A is non-singular matrix, A is singular matrix. So solve all these exercise. Find rank of these matrices and rank of these matrices. Solve the system. We have to find the solution of this system. Then we have to find the eigenvalues and eigenvectors of these matrices. Eigenvalues and eigenvectors of these matrices. So if A is matrix, then we have to write the eigenvalues, find the eigenvalues of A raised to minus 1 A cube. So solve all these examples. Answers are given here. Solutions are given. So diagonalizable matrix. We have to determine A is diagonalizable. So how we can determine A is diagonalizable or A is not diagonalizable? So if you consider this A is of order 3 by 3, and if A has 3 linearly independent eigenvectors, then A is diagonalizable. If A has not 3 linearly independent eigenvectors, then A is not diagonalizable. So solve all these examples. Answers are given. So this is about the first chapter. So we will see the next chapter in the next lecture.